Hi, this is Dr. Bardot, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how I want you to do the assignment today about normal distribution. So this is going to use Excel, and if you haven't used Excel before, it's a spreadsheet program, very useful for organizing data and analyzing data. So I will send you this file. It's probably not going to be named New Jersey counties, but be named something else. But you'll see these different tabs. These are different sheets. One is on the counties in New Jersey and how much area they have in square miles. One is about the salaries and ages of some small companies. Another is about the chest sizes of Scottish militiamen in the early 19th century. And then the last one is the rosters of the four teams in the NFC North. And it contains lots of information about them, their names, their numbers, their ages, their weights, and their heights in inches are the things we're going to be looking at. So what I want us to do is determine which kinds of these data are normally distributed. So I'm going to show you how you might check that out with the sizes of the counties of New Jersey. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of room at the top. It's better to put my stats at the top because at least one of these sheets is going to be very long, and you'll want to not have to scroll all the way down to get to the good stuff. So I'm going to insert a few rows to make a little room. That was on the Insert tab there. And so here I'm going to calculate the mean. And the way you do that in Excel is you say equals average, and then put a parenthesis, and then you click and drag, dragging all of the numbers that you want. If you don't get all of them, you can resize it. Or if you don't get all of them, you can just edit the formula bar up here. So that's going to tell me the average size in square miles of each county in New Jersey. Next, we're going to want to look at the standard deviation. So we go to STD, and we want just STD-EV, stand dev. And again, you grab the numbers just like you did for the mean. Oops, there we go. So I now see what the mean and the standard deviation are, and so I want to sort of judge how many of the counties are within one standard deviation of the mean. So I'm going to calculate that. So I'm going to say equals to get a formula here. The mean minus a standard deviation, and then I'm going to say equals the mean plus a standard deviation. So now I know the range of counties that are within one standard deviation have areas between 168 square miles or 548 square miles. But it'd be really nice if these were ordered by the number of square miles rather than the name of the county, which is what it seems to be like they're ordered like now. So I go up to here to Data, Sort, and I ask it to sort by area. And it doesn't matter to me whether we do smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So I'll just say OK. So let's see. And one thing I need to know is how many there are. So if I click and drag, you might see right above where the A and the B are. So watch up here where it says A4. So when I click and drag, it tells me how many rows there are. So there are 21 counties. So I'm going to say equals this number out of 21. So that will give me my percentage once I count. So, okay, so 192 is the first one that's over 168, and I'll go until I get 548. So 15 of the rows, 15. That was me looking up here, so I'll show you again. So starting here, clicking and dragging, watching up here, right here, 15 rows. So 15 rows, or 71.4%. There's this little percent button here. I'll just do that. Now let's see how much is between two standard deviations. So take my mean, subtract 2, times, you have to put the time symbol. Standard deviations, ooh, that's negative. That's a little weird. And the mean plus 2 times standard deviations. So everything's going to be here all the way up to this. So 20 out of 21. And instead of, I'm going to copy this formula down. So I go down to this corner, grab this little tiny square here. My cursor turns black, a black plus sign, and I pull that down. It says 95% of the data. And I have a really good sense of how many things are going to be within 3 standard deviations, but I'm just going to calculate that for completeness here. And sure enough, it's going to be 21 out of 21. So comparing that to the 68, 95, 99.7, I think this works out pretty well. I would say that it seems that the areas of the counties of New Jersey are normally distributed, because the percentages that I'm seeing here within 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations are roughly the same as what I would expect from the empirical rule. So I hope that that helps you with the assignment today, and I will see you tomorrow.